What is going on, everybody? Hey, I'm going to show you how to organize a transaction before you hand it over to the coordinator. So you've gotten a house under contract, you've done all the work, your entire, your files are a mess. Um, we're going to go through what that looks like. I don't know if your page opens on the dashboard or on the transactions pane, but either way, you need to get to your transactions pane, and then we'll go from there. Um, you find your file. You can see I've already changed it to pending there, but you'll need to make sure you've changed it to pending. And by the way, I actually did this once already, and it didn't record my voice, so I'm doing a voiceover now, so it may be a little funky. We may wait around just a little bit, but anyway, I'm in the summary of saying check all this, but pretty much it's going to be right. But if you did a counter offer or something like that, you also will want to change that price. 250. That's actually 255. You'll want to change that. I did that later when I sent emails, but you'll want to make sure that's up to date. And you can always send a nice email to the to your transaction coordinator, telling her all the fun details. She sees the contracts, but you can tell her all the fun details. You're going to want to make sure your parties are correct, because if your parties are wrong, we're going to send emails to the wrong people. Okay? In this case, we put everybody in, but that's got to be the right title company. That's got to be the right lender. It's got to be the right everything. Look, Hannah Nolan's in there. We got to get rid of Hannah. She's not the co-agent. So boom, we're going to delete Hannah Nolan. She's automatically in there every time. She used to be the only team member. I could probably change that now. But like buyer side commission, we could put the commission percentage up there as 3% or 2.5% at the very top left. Or in this case, you could also write in the split somewhere. So in this case, it's Eli at 80% and Jennifer at 20% because she's the showing agent. And then Eli and Andrea will take its closing. All right? That way we're all on the same page. We're all playing it out. Okay? So let's see where I go next. All right. Parties tab. We already talked about that. Now we're in the Documents tab. Okay, so we're going to start organizing all of this stuff. A lot of this is going to be finding out that we don't have fully executed documents and putting them in the archive folder or in the unused. Fully executed means they've been fully executed. They're actually part of the contract. Info docs means they're informational, inspections, title commitments, pre-approvals, etc. It goes in there. Okay, that's all stuff that goes in info docs. Unused transactions are old. Maybe you offered on this house 3 times and first 2 were declined. You'd put them in there. Just we've still got them. They're there. You may go back and get them if you need them for some reason, but it's there. Or unused documents could go in there. But it's very similar to the archive that you're going to run into next. Uploaded to Intelligent is only for Andrea because she's going to move them from fully executed to uploaded to IntelliAgent when she uploads them to IntelliAgent. So you don't even need to get in there. But if you can't find something in fully executed, look in uploaded to IntelliAgent. It may be there. Or go to IntelliAgent and you can actually find it in IntelliAgent. Then we got the archive, which is it'll never be deleted. If it does get deleted, we can recover it, but that's why we don't actually delete. We just drag to archive. So anyway, up here, checklist. We don't really need that, so boom, I just moved it to archive. Now it's gone from your view. It's perfect, cleans it up. We're going to be using buyer inspection response, final walkthrough form, all of these items here later, but we're going to archive anything that we don't need. So we're checking all these documents now to figure out what we need, what we don't, what we still are missing, etc. So that's why we've got these 3 forms here at the front, because we're going to be using them. We want them in our eyes. So let's check this counter. This counter, not signed. Booyah. So that means it's useless. So we need to get rid of it, because that was what we got from them. Check this Kensington counter. Also not signed. Useless. Okay? So because of that, we can put them in archive. We got these from them, and then we sent them for signatures. So that's why they're here. We worked on them. That was the perfect spot for them. But now we're going to move them to archive so that we do not have to see them anymore. Now, we're going to check some other stuff. Let's see what's in fully executed. nothing except for those folders down there. Those folders should not be there. And you're going to see what we're going to do here. I'm actually going to move these 3 folders back to where they should be. So let's just, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I guess we're going to go click all these, and then we're going to go up here and click move. And then we're going to, if we left it there, we would just be on the main screen. So there we go, because that's on the main screen here is where they come when they get signed. Now we should have renamed these signature packets to offer 1 and counter 1 and whatever, so that we knew what was inside of them. Right now I have no idea what's inside of these. So I'm outside now. On a beautiful Saturday morning. Anyway, so we're going to get inside one of these, I think, here soon. Just keep hanging with me. Alright, so we're inside of here, and we are checking on, now we're going to have to go through all these and figure out, okay, what is going on? Okay, boom, fully signed. Great. Remember that. Purchase agreement. Let's see here. Not fully signed, so that does us no good. That was us sending it to them. They have not signed it, so that can be gone. We just got to make sure we have the real one. That's signed. Seller disclosure. Fully signed. Perfect. COVID-19 not signed. We don't need, I don't even know why I clicked that. We don't need that. Pre-approval, boom. Okay, great. That goes to info documents. No need to sign that. So that didn't necessarily need to be in here either. So I'm going to move that to hit the move button. All the way on the left there, Eli. There we go. And we're going to click info docs and then move here. And it's gone. Perfect. Now it's going to be inside info docs. Oh, look, there's already been one in there. Looks like we've got a couple of pre-approvals. Let's see what we got here. Pre-approval, wrong address. That was Foxtail. So that was the old one. We had sent them to show them that we were pre-approved, but we just didn't have the right one yet. And then, so we're going to get rid of that guy. Move it to archive, where we put everything that we don't necessarily need, but why delete when we can just archive. Check out this guy. Foxtail, wrong address again. Alright, cool. So now we're going to ship that off to, guess where? Archive. So here we go. Click in archive. Gone. Nope, didn't go. Try it again. We're going to go move and then archive. That archive didn't work for some reason. Alright. Then we're going to click back on info docs and we're going to check out it. And I don't know why I'm doing that. We don't need to do that. We need to just click on it. Or we can drag it over. See how it's got a, that is called a, these are called place savers. And when you drag your document on top of them, it changes the name to the name that's in the place holder. And then it's good to go. Alright, that's what those are there for, to help you remind you what's going on. Alright, so we're inside another one now. Oh no. We're in the same one. We're taking the 2 items that are fully executed and we're moving them to fully executed. Boom. Then we're going to go back into that same one and we're going to take the 2 that are not fully executed. I don't know if I'm going to delete them quite yet, but we're not really going to delete them from here. We're going to archive them, but we're going to archive the entire thing. And that's what I did. I dragged it over to archive. Now I clicked inside this other one. Addendum to purchase agreement, not signed. So we can archive this one. I dragged it is what I did there again. Click and drag. Now we're inside the counteroffer. And it is signed, but it's not marked as countered or rejected or times and dates, because we forgot to do that before we sent for signatures. So that's really not helpful either. But watch what comes next. So this counteroffer final I created, and I created it inside the signature packet because I knew that's where I would look for that to be signed. So I'm gonna use that counteroffer final, and we're gonna ultimately move it to fully executed, and then we're gonna take the other one and archive it. So what do I do first? I accidentally hit the wrong button. Get back in. Get back in. Let's go back to that signature packet again. If that was named, it would be easier to know where we're going. But going over here, looks like, and it's just hilarious trying to watch this and then tell you guys what's about to happen, because I don't, remember a 15-minute video. I don't remember everything I said. That's why I was so bummed that this thing didn't save my voice for some reason. So we're just watching me wiggle the mouse. So we're going to click it. We're going to move it. Fully executed. Move here. Move that to archive. So now we are clean. We are clean. We are clean. Now, I have no idea what I'm really saying here, but remember, fully executed is for fully executed signed documents that are part of the transaction. Info docs are for informational documents like pre-approvals and surveys and inspection reports. Used documents or old transactions is similar to archive, but a lot of times it's where we throw an old transaction for like a listing. If we've got like 5 different offers, we throw them in there. Uploaded to IntelliAgent is what Andrea does. And she drops them in there once she is uploaded from fully executed to IntelliAgent. She then puts it there. And then the archive is for where we put things, because we don't want to delete them, because man, it would stink to delete if we actually had something. So we put it in archive. And this home screen is where, when you're working on anything or whatever, you're going to do it. So I know you couldn't see my screen over there, but I dragged over an addendum number 1. And so I'm going to mark it add 1, put it in the home area here, because this is what came from the agent. We had left them in an email for some reason, had never gotten them in here. And then we moved it to fully executed. And then we have the offer that's signed by them. And we moved that from an email into the main area. I could potentially move it straight to fully executed if I had that open, but I didn't, and I don't need to. But watch, we're going to drag it into fully executed here in a second. Probably going to drag it into fully executed. I'm currently talking about something else that probably is important, but we're double checking, it looks like. I don't know what I'm saying here. Sorry, guys. Again, this video was amazing. Now it's just good. But it's all about making sure you are fully organized before you transfer this over to your transaction coordinator. Because, oh, we're splitting this. Yep. Okay, great. So we went to the split and rotate feature, and we're doing purchase agreement. It's pages 1 through 8. Boom. We're going to add another split. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to this SD. Seller's disclosure is going to be 9 through 10. Oh no, COVID. It's 1 page. It's page 9. Oh no, we don't need the SD because we already have it. So I went to COVID because that's the one we needed still signed. That was page 11. And then I'm going to hit save because I got the 2 out of it that I needed. Now I can go back to offer signed, and I can delete it. So they had mashed them all into one PDF, which is annoying as heck, but that's why we don't do it. We always send to separate PDFs. Go into there. PA already auto-located the placeholder. COVID addendum is going to get dragged to the COVID addendum place. There's no place for addendum 1 because that's not something that has to be in there generally. Counter 1 though was already a placeholder, so dragged it in there. Seller's disclosure was a placeholder, so I dragged it. Written office policies got a placeholder, so I'm dragging it. Now we are in great shape. Now Andrea will be able to open this up, go to fully executed, find all the documents she needs in the right place, and she is set up for success. That is how you do a file. Now, if you upkeep your files for as you go, it's going to be much easier. But I basically did what you should do like every step of the way all at once. That's why it seemed like a long time. but it is not hard. It is not a long time. It's very, very easy. But if you keep your file clean and do everything in the order we've talked about, you will have so much more sanity. And then when you turn this over to her, she's going to know exactly where everything's at. She's got some of the documents up here at the top that she can use later. She can look and fully executed. She can get everything started in IntelliAgent. On and on and on the story goes. You are ready to turn this transaction over to your coordinator. All right, guys. That's all I've got for you. I don't think anything else cool happens, but we might as well watch for the last 7 seconds or something.